Nebraska's offense and Scott Frost's schemes were never really stymied by our defense. Um, and that's not a bad thing to say, and that's not a slight on our defense or our coaches or Ohio State's coaches. Uh, Frost's schemes are really good, and he's got some good elements. I mean, Martinez is a heck of a quarterback to run that, so it's great. But, in the second half, the thing that stymied Nebraska was a drop pass on third down, one down the seam, which would have been a huge gain. Another one would have been a first down. The running back dropped it, and then they got to fourth and inches. They had a pass and they were just short. Those were three in a row that they went three and out, but really shouldn't have. And again, this team is getting used to a lot of stuff right now, and I'm scared to think of how good they're going to be coming soon. But anyway. This was the fourth drive now, and they did get one first down finally. They got a first down. This is now it's 3rd and 9. A big thing I'm noticing is there's been a lot of spreading horizontally to open up the middle. You can't forget about the deep these days. I mean, this isn't 2000. 2000, this was all new. It's fine. Horizontal, up the gut, horizontal, accordion effect, fine. But now you've got to get some deep stuff going. I don't care if you complete it or not. You've got to put the fear of depth. You've got to open it up, and you've got to mix in run and pass. It's got to be three-dimensional, not two-dimensional. So, now they were three-dimensional. They did mix the run and pass the whole time, Nebraska. But again, they had to go deep, and they weren't doing that at all. And so we were finally jumping on the outside stuff, shutting that down, screwing up the inside stuff because of that. It was breaking down. So that was part of what was happening. It wasn't just drop passes, whatever. But anyway, here we have a 3rd and 9. And I'm actually showing this not for Nebraska's offense. I was getting off track there, but basically, I love this from Shiano. Now, he only does this mainly in the third down packages, what they would call exotic packages. It's a 3-3. I'm pretty sure these are the 3 linebackers right here, 1, 2, 3. But it doesn't matter. I mean, this guy's up on the line. I don't even know. I don't want to analyze the X and O's. It's the concept that I like. You can mix a lot out of this package. We could drop a lot of guys, mix a lot of coverages. This guy right here, he could back out into a cover 3 or back out into a cover 2, move this guy over, bring this guy up. There's so many things you could do. I'm playing around with that. And these guys could do all kinds of loops and blitzes and zone blitzing. And by the way, every coach knows this. Every defensive coach knows all this stuff way better than I do. But I'm just saying, this is a Joe Lee Dunn thing from the old days. He started doing this. Buddy Ryan showed how aggressive a defense could be. And then Joe Lee Dunn showed how much mixing you can do. And then it goes back before that. There was a guy named Joe Collier in the 60s, and he was the Orange Crush Denver defense in the 70s. And he did a lot of mixing, and then Arnsparger, a genius. And then that led to Dick LeBeau, the zone blitzing. But anyway, that go on and on. But the bottom line is more mix. That simple. It's something that Shiano's done more and more, I think, in his career, but more. And I know it's easy for me to stand here and talk about it. You've got to get players to buy in. You've got to get everybody on the same page. And if you do too much, we're going to have an Everett Withers tragedy like we had at the beginning when Urban first got there. So I understand all that. And I don't like mixing too much in one area. Don't start doing all kinds of crazy blitzes, or don't start doing all kinds of crazy coverages. You've got to keep it simple. But one thing Greg does a lot is he does like a 4-man rush, and he does all kinds of slants and loops. But if you get too hung up on that, that's a bad thing too. I mean, it's got to be a little mix, a balance. Very, very easy to talk about, very hard to put it all together, and they're working on it. But anyway, I love this package. Let's see what happens. Yeah, got a little blitz, and then the running back didn't look, and I'm not sure what the coverage in the back was there. Let's see what the coverage was. We looks like we have a lock press, a lock man on the bottom. Lock man on the bottom. Yeah, it's man. It's probably cover 2, man. I'm laughing a bit because that's what Greg does a lot. But, maybe it's cover 1. Let me see here. 3, 7. Nah, cover 2 it looks like. In fact, it looks like it could have been like a cover 6 or a robber, where the cover 6 is like when you do a cover 2 on the one side, the open, and then the covers 4 on the other side. So you add it together, you call it cover 6. Everybody has different terminology. That's what I say. And I'm not a coach, I'm just saying it. But anyway, I think the guy, see there's a safety right here. He kind of backing out. So I think it's a cover 2, just a cover 2, man under. But we did some mixing up front. Just a little mixing. It wasn't even much. And we got him. The zone kind of stifled Martinez, and then our rush got to him. It's not It's simple. It's not rocket science, but it's far easier to say than to do, of course.